LGD is much stronger than Ostarine in terms of stamina, size, and strength results, so I expect to get quite a lot out of this cycle. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Finesse, and I got a brand new video for you today, and we're gonna go over my next cycle. We'll go over why I'm taking LGD 4033. We're gonna go over the length of my cycle, the dosage, my goals for this cycle, side effects that I'm looking out for, supplements that I'll be taking on cycle. So why am I going with LGD 4033 out of all of the other SARMs? Well, I've tried Ostarine and it did pretty well. I've tried Ostarine and the gear cream, and now that I'm on TRT, I feel like I can move on to bigger and badder things. And I actually got turned on to this by one of my subscribers, so shout out to you. I did a little bit of research. I have been researching all SARMs for quite a long time, but I knew a little bit about LGD, but I decided to go a little bit deeper into it over the last week or so, and decided that this is going to be a stronger one that I'm going to have to try out for myself. Especially with fall and winter right around the corner, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for me to try a new bulking cycle. And LGD has the highest binding affinity of any SARM that's currently being examined for clinical development. It has a 500-to-1 androgenic to anabolic ratio, at least on preclinical rat models, making LGD the most selective SARM to date. It's been proven to increase the density and strength of bones, but no data currently suggests that LGD will heal joints and tendons like Ostarine would, but the water retention will likely help me to lubricate my joints and prevent injury. LGD is much stronger than Ostarine in terms of stamina, size, and strength results, so I expect to get quite a lot out of this cycle. If you remember the results from my last cycle, which I will put up here, my Ostarine and gear cream cycle ended up gaining me like 18 pounds over the course of 8 weeks. So I am expecting this to be a much more significant cycle. So my current plans for my next cycle are going to be, ideally I'd like to take a cycle for 12 to 14 weeks. We're just gonna kind of see how I feel towards the end of it. I'll be taking 5 milligrams a day every single day. And my main goal of this cycle is to put on size and strength, even though I might not be as lean. I'm fine with not being as lean. I've been lean as fuck. I've been shredded forever, even when I had zero muscle. And I guess this time around, I'm just trying to put on more size because at least in the winter, you're not going to be able to see the striations in my fucking shoulders, but at least I'll be able to fill out my clothes pretty heavy. I expect to gain anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds at least on this cycle, assuming that my diet and training are on point. And I recognize that some of this is probably going to be water weight. I expect to be, 3 to 5 pounds of water weight, which will probably fall off, after I come off. A lot of people say they have a little bit extra euphoria and extra stamina when they're in the gym, so it makes them want to work out for longer. And some people also report having a increased appetite. So as a hard gainer, that's pretty exciting for me. I'm really excited to possibly have a higher appetite because it'd be nice to not have to force feed myself to gain just a few pounds of muscle. I don't really get that hungry very often, and I pretty much have to set alarms on my phone to make sure that I eat on time. A lot of times I just forget to eat. It just is what it is. So as far as side effects go, I'm gonna be on TRT and LGD for 12 to 14 weeks. So some of the things that I'm looking out for are gynecomastia, hair loss, and something called LGD flu. Now, I've never had issues with gynecomastia. There was one time when I was taking that gear cream where I was rubbing it on my chest and I started to get like spicy nips after a few days, and I decided that I'm gonna at least start, rubbing it on my shoulders, my quads, and skip rubbing it on my chest, and that seemed to do the trick. So, and I didn't get any gynecomastia, I just started getting tingly nipples, and that was kind of weird for me, so I just changed up the application. That seemed to fix everything pretty quick. But this is going to be a little bit different. The LGD is going to be competing for the androgen receptors with my TRT. So there's a chance that the testosterone that gets kicked off is going to be free testosterone, and some of it may convert into estrogen. And if I do have estrogen sides, I do have things that I can use to take care of that. But I've never had issues with gyno before, even during puberty as a teenager. Hopefully we don't start now. Knock on wood. And as far as hair shedding, I might have some kind of like hair loss going on over here, like with a widow's peak. I don't know if this started when I was doing Ostarine, but It wasn't so temporary. If this is because of ostarine, I think it might also just because I'm like 32 years old. I'm just getting older. I'm already getting gray hair and shit. I'm not super worried about it. It is reversible. It's usually temporary on SARMs. It's just shedding. It's not like permanent accelerated hair loss usually. But I did get a micro needling pen just in case if I end up, you know, coming off cycle and I've noticed that I've significantly lost a decent amount of hair. So if I have to, I'll start microneedling and I'll possibly get on some minoxidil, and I have other supplements that I'll go over in a second that'll prevent hair loss too. And LGD flu is a new one. I actually didn't know too much about this when I started researching. Apparently it's something that doesn't happen to everybody, but it does happen, and we don't really know why. Even in clinical trials, it seems like people were getting upper respiratory tract infections and there was seemingly no way to prevent it at all. The most you can really do is just power through it, just endure.
You gotta endure. People nowadays are just pussies. You need to push through and you need to endure.
What would you recommend?
Okay, endure.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what.
Endure.
So I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for if that happens, then, you know, I'll have to just tough it out. I'll still try to go to the gym. Hopefully it's not like a contagious thing. I don't want to get anybody else sick, but I really do want to be able to keep working and go to the gym and live my life normally. So considering all those side effects, I do have some supplements that I'll be taking on cycle to help me deal with the potential side effects that may come. And I also have a bunch of supplements that I'll be taking as preventative measures to, you know, make sure that I don't lose hair or get gynecomastia, and just generally keep things running, keep my cholesterol low, keep my heart functioning. So here's what I'm gonna be taking. I'll be taking omega-3s, about 3 grams a day, which is about 6 pills of what I get. They're kind of fat tablets, so it's gonna be kind of annoying, but you know, I don't wanna have a jammer, so I'm gonna do everything I can to not have a fucking heart attack. So 3 grams of omega-3s. I'll be taking ubiquinol, 2 of those pills a day. Nothing crazy. It's just basically double the recommended dosage. I'll be taking saw palmetto, which is supposed to prevent hair loss and is supposedly good for your prostate as well. I haven't ever had any prostate issues in the past, but it doesn't hurt to just take preventative measures. So if I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you know, prevent hair loss and save my prostate, that saw palmetto is going to come in pretty clutch. I'm also going to be taking NAC, N-acetylcysteine, for the entirety of my cycle. 2 pills a day. I think that's about 1,200 milligrams. I'll be taking melatonin at night. It's going to be, I think 5 milligrams is what I got right now. I already do kind of struggle with my sleep, and it would be nice if, you know, the LGD does start to cause me some insomnia, that I can just take a melatonin like an hour before bed and just pass the fuck out. I'll also be taking L-theanine, which I already take, you know, for my pre-workouts. I'll link the video there explaining, you know, why I take that in my pre-workout. But I'll also be taking it just to generally reduce anxiety in case I get any kind of weird moodiness on LGD. It doesn't seem like a lot of people report any kind of aggression or anything on LGD, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Plus, I already kind of have anxiety issues, and I'd rather just kind of keep those at bay if I can. I will also be taking Cialis as needed, and just in case I start to get estrogen side effects, I do have aromacin as an aromatase inhibitor. You know, I don't plan on using it, but I do have it just in case I do need to use it. So if worse comes to worse, I'll be taking 12.5 milligrams every 3 or 4 days in case estrogen sides come up, and I'll try to keep those at bay as well. So that's it for the video. Like I said, this is just going to be a 12 to 14 week cycle. I'm basically just trying to put on as much size as possible, even though I'm not going to be as lean as I am now, which is fine. I just want to bulk up for the winter. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. And if you want a link to all these supplements that I've been taking, I will leave a link to my Amazon store in the description below. Everything from supplements, supplies, health monitors, and workout gear that I personally use and recommend. So you can check that out if you want to. Follow me on Instagram at FinесseDidIt. And don't forget to like and subscribe and tick the bell for notifications. I'll be dropping 2 videos every week, and you don't want to miss those. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy Finesse, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace out, guys.